Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, I should say, I'm going to be showing you how to make a bee farm that's automatic, or an automatic honey farm, or an automatic, what is it called, honeycomb farm. Now, this is a very simple farm. It can be made more efficient if you put, the type of farm in the end or the nether, but this is going to be a straight overworld, so it'll be affected by the day-night cycle. So this farm it's not too big. It can be scaled up much larger. Like I have an example over here where it's double the length of this one, which you could make it longer, but at that point you might want to look for a better farm for just more in general. So all you're gonna need is 6 beehives, 6 dispensers, 7 hoppers, some chests for the top of the hoppers to put in the bottles or the shears, some dirt, something for the bees to pollinate, and some glass if you want to look at them. So let's grab all the junk here and we'll go from it. So it's nothing crazy. This is not a crazy farm. So first things first, we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. Let's put the chest in wherever you want. This is where your bottles will end up going. Then you need a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The reason why you want 7 is because when you put the glass here, it'll be 1 off and you'll have enough room. So now you got your beehives in, or now you got your hoppers in. You want to put the beehives in. Yes. Oh my. That's a party foul. Well, you learned from my mistake. It's a party foul. Yeah, we'll put that over there. They'll go back in by nighttime. All right. Now that you got your farm, or you got your hoppers in, now let's build up the dispensers. So you want to go up 1, because this will make it easier just to kind of put them in, because you have to have them pointing them down. You want to do the beehives last. So take your dispensers, they have to be pointing downwards. Oh, that's not pointing downwards. And of course, this picks it up. Why can't I do it now? So you want to point it downwards. Very crucial here. Oh my god. Now, there might be easier ways to make sure it's go downward, but kind of get close to it up in the top corner of it and point it down, because right below this is where the beehives will be going. Once you got all those down, it's time to place some blocks. So use some type of solid block on the back, because your beehives will be here. So you could use dirt. I like to use stone brick because it looks nice. Now just make a 2 high row stone brick, and then over here, boom. So you need 18 in total. Make this L shape, and I probably should have put the comparators in, because that would have been smart. So right behind where the beehives will be, there'll be a block and then redstone comparators along the whole way. You don't have to tap them or anything. Then put these back, because I'm dumb. Now, crazy. Take your redstone dust, and you can use other methods, but the easiest method is just to put a redstone line there, and then you want to put a row of slabs here to place the redstone dust on top of, and then here you want to do the same thing with another, cover basically this whole thing with redstone dust. Boom. Now let's just put where you want to put whatever you want. So you have hoppers going into the dispensers. Now this could be either bottles, or shearers, either or, it works on both. And then put some chests where you want to store the extras, because if this runs for a while, you don't want to run out of bottles and stuff like that. Or shears, because shears will use durability. This is like way too much. Like over there, I have like so much more. Now, basically it's set up. Next thing you got to do is build your surrounding bit. So the beehives will be there. The bees have to pollinate something. So let's set up a little, you know, enclosure for the bees. Now, I would recommend tonight to not have the bees come out and about, because you don't have to worry about them. Because once they're out, their bees are kind of can be very annoying. So I would recommend waiting tonight, and make sure you leave like a little hole for you to get in and out. Because technically you don't even need this second row of glass here. Technically you could just go right across. I think I miscounted on the glass. Yeah. Whoops. Whoops. So once you have all your glass in, now you just have to wait till night, because yeah. Oops. Now you just have to wait till night, and then you can put the beehives in. Now I'm gonna cut that out waiting for night, because it's a pain in the ass. Because the bees will go everywhere, or if you got a quick hand. Now I would recommend putting glass here just to help, you know, funnel the bees, because bees are kind of stupid. So you do need 2 extra or 4 extra glass. That's my fault. I miscounted. My fault. So I'll get back to you when it is dark. All right. Let's now that it's dark, let's put the bees in. Since you want it to be dark, because the bees can go out, but I'm being extra cautious. You do want every single one of these beehives to be full. Now, if they're not all full, you can breed them up inside the farm. But, oh, they're actually not all full. That's unfortunate. Now, as the bees gather honey, they will eventually fill up, and that's what will cause it to, you know, to generate the honey. Now that you got your beehives in, you want to grab some bottles. Bottles or shears. I'm going to grab some bottles since I have a lot of extras. Like a lot of extras. Now you want every one of them to have like a decent amount of bottles in. Now this is way overkill. You do not need this many, because when you know, when these get used, you can reuse them. So once you craft them, you don't have to constantly be recrafting them. I put too many in one. Yeah, that's fine. So as the beehives fill up, because there's I think 3 or 4 states of a beehive, and the comparator will read it. This one actually already has some honey in, so it like reads out there's a single strength of 2. So this is 2 ticks away. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess there's 5 states of a hive. And when it gets to that 5th state, it triggers the dispenser, which will turn this into a bottle of honey. Now, if you look at this farm over here, this farm is much more accurate, and it's been running for a lot longer. Like this farm, I haven't had it for too long. I'm never over here, but it generates a decent amount of honey. One thing I would recommend, if you really want to AFK this farm, I would recommend a bigger, you know, just a bigger farm. Just a better farm. Because there are different types of farms, but they're a bit more complicated. Like in this one. Look how much honeycomb this is. I never use honeycomb. Now, my original farm was this, but it switched over to this. This just looks nicer. And I don't know why that one didn't activate. Interesting. Maybe there's too many next to each other. Oh, well, I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know. But what I do recommend is make sure these beehives are full. They have to be full. Otherwise, it just won't work, and it'll take a lot longer. Now, you can use any flowers in there. You technically don't even need it to be too high. They can be 1 row. But I just like that because I'm worried of entity cramming or other types of things when you get into larger farms. Let me like you can there's different types of farms where one beehive is on one little rose and it's in the end, and that's where you really want the bee farms, but they're a little bit more complicated. Like this type of farm will work in the end, but it's just like, you know, I don't need that much honey. I don't need that much honeycomb. So I'd rather have a simpler farm that kind of builds up over time than have like more advanced farms. Like some farms I have are like crazy advanced, and you don't need crazy advanced farm for honey. Unless you need a lot, you know, then you go from there. Well, if anybody actually made it this far in the video, give it a like. And if you're feeling generous, comment. And if you're feeling crazy, man, give a subscribe. Other than that, you do you, man. Be free. Bye bye.